Welcome to Political Personalities with Skye, the Florida edition. And I have the great pleasure and honor of being with Mayor Buddy Dyer from the city of Orlando, Florida. So welcome to the show, Mayor Dyer. So tell everyone a little bit about yourself. I know you've been mayor for almost 20 years, and before that, you were in the Florida Senate. How did you get involved in politics in the first place?
So I was actually born here in Orlando, but I grew up in Kissimmee. I had the good fortune of being able to go to an Ivy League school. I went to Brown and played rugby there, got an engineering degree, came back to Orlando, worked as an engineer, and then went to law school at the University of Florida. And again, came back to Orlando to start my practice. And I had the good fortune of being elected to the state Senate when I was 33. So I was the youngest member of the state Senate when I first began and served there 10 years. I ran unsuccessfully for Attorney General and had been asked by our senior United States Senator to come to DC and be his general counsel, and was off to do that when the mayor of Orlando was appointed by Jeb Bush to be Secretary of State, and there was an open seat for Mayor of Orlando, which I had never, ever in my whole life plan thought about doing, but people convinced me that I was the right person to do it at the time, and I have not looked back, and it's been the best experience I could have ever had. So it's truly one of those, when one door closes, another door opens, and even a better door for me, which was to be mayor of this great city.
From talking to our elected officials and leaders, I've learned that a lot of electeds have experience in science, technology, and math, and it translates now into government service. So
but I also, interestingly enough, was an environmental engineer. So I did wastewater and landfill applications. And one of the first projects I ever worked on was a rehabilitation study of a pump station here for the city of Orlando. And when I became mayor, that very pump station was one of the first agenda items on one of my meetings for another rehabilitation like 25 years later. So life in big circles.
Yeah, totally. Are there some projects that you want to mention that you're working on now, or maybe that are upcoming, that the city of Orlando can look forward to?
I want to take note that I think what we've been able to create in Orlando, Central Florida, is a real culture of collaboration. The local governments work really well together with the business community, with the tourism community, or not-for-profits. So a lot of the great things that we have been able to achieve is because we're able to partner, put egos aside, and do what's best for the entire community. What we're working on right now is a 1 cent sales tax to benefit transportation, to be able to expand our transit systems, our commuter rail system, our commuter bus system, and then another 50% of it would go towards pedestrian safety and those type of things. So that's a big community effort that's probably going to take up a lot of my time over the course of the next several months till November.
You know, you were young, and you said you were the youngest state senator in Florida. So how do we go about inspiring other young people, do you think, to seek elected or appointed office?
You know, I encourage people to get involved in campaigns and to pay attention and to look for some type of service, whether it's in elected service or whether it's working in civic clubs or whatever they may have a passion for. I mentioned that I went to school at Brown. When I was there, it was 2 of the years it was the most expensive school in the country, but I was able to get a lot of grants and scholarship money that enabled me to go. Obviously, if I was the son of a cattle trucker, we probably wouldn't have had that Ivy League tuition if I had to pay it all. So I look at my community service as a way to pay it back. And I enjoy being at the local government level so much better than I enjoyed my state service, but being where you can see things on a daily basis that you can affect for the better, it's very rewarding to work at that level of government.